Hi guys, welcome again to the show. I have with me again Puey from Edge, the founder and CEO of Edge. And
Mhm.
we spoke a few days ago. Hi Paul, how are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Nice talking to you again, Bruno. Always a pleasure. Glad we can reconnect again.
I think so too. It's always a pleasure talking to you. So, Paul, we spoke a few days ago about Edge and what Edge does and etc. and why people should attend TBS World. So
Mhm.
today there is some good news in the Edge funding round, and,
Mhm.
and Edge is also coming up with something really interesting for let's say the average Joe to join a crowdfunding. Could we go a little bit deeper into the good news?
Yeah. So Edge, as you know, we are a conventional startup. We're not like a decentralized protocol, and we're a company here based in the U.S. building our wallet application and security platform. Like most startups, you do funding. And it's kind of a necessary. I won't call it an evil, but it's just a necessity of the startup space. And so, good news for us is we've got two amazing investors joining in the current round that we're in. Both BitMEX, one of the largest exchanges in the world, and Fenbushi Capital, one of the largest VCs focused on cryptocurrency in Asia, are joining our current seed round. And what we're happy to announce today is that almost anyone around the world can join in the seed round as well. We're opening up an equity crowdfunding campaign with Bank to the Future, which allows people to come in and invest in various companies with as little as $1,000, and they can come in from almost anywhere in the world. Not doesn't have to be in the U.S. So this really opens it up to a lot of different people that maybe don't want to put in the resources and time to invest, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which are typically kind of your minimum entries into a lot of startup rounds. So we love the project. That Simon Dixon is kind of heading up with Bank of the Future, and we're announcing the campaign today. And so happy to open that up to people all over the world to participate in, come in, ask us questions. We're always happy to answer and give you an idea of what's going on inside of the company, but we usually do those inside of the platform on bankofthefuture.com.
Okay, so we'll give the link in this video, banktothefuture.com. I'll try to put it here somewhere. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so bankofthefuture.com, it's not something where any startup can apply, if I understand well. You need to have
Yeah.
a lead investor able, or you need to have to need to give some trust to a lead investor. A lead investor.
Yeah, yeah. So it's one of these platforms where they expect to come in as kind of a secondary, additional investor to a company that already has a lead investor in the round. And so we're fortunate to have BitMEX, as I'd mentioned, and Fenbushi already in our round. And so they were very happy to have us on the platform. We're happy to be on there as well. And I think this lends itself well to the reason why we got these investors and some of the focuses that we've been really driving to over the past year, which happy to share with the audience, and that is this vision that decentralized or non-custodial wallets really have a strong power to be able to augment and to some degree even replace exchanges. And that's our big fundamental pitch, and that's something that we're driving forward. We're not the only ones in the industry. Other wallet companies are seeing this realization, but we're pushing very full steam ahead on this vision that we can replace a lot of the mind share of exchanges. If you think about it, like today, the big exchanges get what we say is like all the love, right? Everyone knows the big names, the Coinbases, the Krakens, the Bitfinex, the Bitstamps, and the Binances of the world. But if you think about it, most of those companies will have a tremendous amount of friction in trying to scale their exchange services around the world. Being able to offer fiat to crypto conversion pretty much everywhere in the world, or close to everywhere in the world, because they have to deal with a lot of the regulatory burden of each region, right? The banking relationship in one country, the regulatory environment in another, the legal ramifications and whatnot in another region. And so we notice that these type of services, these financial services, tend to be very regional, right? You've got your US, maybe they have some presence in Canada. You got your Europe, maybe they've got some presence in Switzerland. You got your Hong Kong exchange, maybe they are also in Singapore. But for the most part, they're very regional. Now comes the beauty of the wallet ecosystem and the software ecosystem, such as where Edge sits. We are pure software. We can be global brands that are everywhere. but we connect to various partner exchanges around the world to give people the ability to do fiat to crypto conversion and to some degree crypto to crypto. And this is really what we're excited about, because we can deliver not just a global brand, but also a more secure experience. You're not putting your money in exchange. We're partnering with them so that you could buy crypto, but as soon as you buy crypto, it ends up in keys, private keys that you control, right? Which is a much frequently mentioned requirement of cryptocurrency. Like, you've got to be able to control your money. And so this is what excites us about our vision, and how we're driving this forward and partnering with, we've got half a dozen exchanges that we're already partnered with today that are integrated inside of our app. And we've got easily another half dozen more that will give us coverage all around the world for fiat to crypto conversion, as well as more cryptos itself. So many people talk about DEXs and say, oh, we need a world of DEXs, to get rid of the reliance of these centralized exchanges. But people forget that even before deploying DEXs, just using non-custodial wallets to interface to the exchange actually alleviates a lot of the problem, especially the security issue. So, once again, the thing that we're excited about, that we're driving forward with, and definitely in our conversations with investors, it's something that resonates with them, and they see, strongly that vision.
Awesome, Paul. So I got one more question. Is basically, besides you as the leader, the CEO, the founder of Edge, and besides the fact that Edge is really what I like a lot about Edge is the fact that it's easy to use. It's really made for the average Joe. I get a lot of questions these days because Bitcoin is going back up, and also some other coins are going back up, and it's really good news. But I get a lot of questions from people that are going to go into the field that are really new because they see that it's going back up, and they're like, oh, now we don't want to miss out. Now we don't want to miss out. What I like a lot about Edge, it's the easiness of downloading it and using it as an app. I also like the fact that you are so driven. But besides those two factors, which are the other factors that will make Edge successful? And I'm going to add one more thing to the question: is which names you already have linked to Edge in order of exchanges?
Oh, I see. So the different exchanges that we're already partnered with.
Yeah.
So I think you've kind of hit on the two questions that have somewhat of a similar answer.
Correct.
In the sense that what differentiates Edge that really separates us from kind of the rest of the pack? Well, two main things that we like to say. Well, number one is the way we do key management. And so you mentioned that it's the easiest application for people to use. Now that could be easy in the sense that we make the parts of the UI of the wallet straightforward to send and receive and buy and sell. But the key piece of how we make it easy to use is the fact that the private key management is very familiar. You never have to write down 24 words and save a file or encrypt a file. You just create an account and log in, just the username and password. The second thing that really differentiates us is kind of the answer to your second question, which is we're driving very, very hard forward on integrating with various partner exchanges. And we already have, from a crypto to crypto standpoint, allowing people to convert one crypto to another, Bitcoin to Ether, to tokens, to Monero, to whatnot. We already have Shapeshift integrated, Changely, Change Now, Fast, and we have two more that are about to go live. Like, we're integrating. We haven't announced yet. But within those four, Edge is the only wallet that I'm aware of, any platform I'm aware of, that will actually do best price hunting across all of those crypto to crypto exchanges. So you say, I want Bitcoin to Ether. And then you say you want $5,000 worth of Bitcoin to Ether. Well, it's going to try to find the exchange that, number one, supports Bitcoin to Ether, and most of them do. And then number two, will allow a $5,000 amount, because some, might have lower limits. And then from those, it'll find the best price.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do any of that work. Normally you have to go from one exchange to another. I remember dealing with this when we didn't have Edge and I didn't have this kind of integration. I'd have to go to one exchange just to realize that while they supported, say, Bitcoin to Monero, they were out of liquidity, right, at that moment in time. So like, oh, okay, go to another one. It goes, oh, we support it, and we have the liquidity, but sorry, you're asking for too little. Say you only want $10. Sometimes their minimum is $50. Okay, then I have to go to another one. Okay, finally, I find one that allows me to buy the amount I want, the pair I want,
yeah.
And at just their price though. I haven't even figured out any best price, at that point. So Edge does all of that for you inside. Now that's the crypto to crypto side. On the crypto to fiat side, we're partnered with Wire and Simplex today. We have LibertyX coming online pretty soon. And we have partners that we've already talked to and lined up to cover a vast majority of the world, including Biddy.com for Europe and Switzerland, CoinBR for Brazil, BitAccess for Canada, Bitso for Mexico, and Bits of Gold for Israel. And there are several others that I haven't mentioned. So we'll have a vast majority of the world covered to be able to do fiat to crypto, crypto to crypto, crypto to fiat, all within inside one brand. So you won't have to guess and say, okay, hey buddy, I'm in the US, but you're over in, you're in Italy. Well, let's see, they use so-and-so. Instead, you just say Edge, all right? Edge will get you covered in a vast majority of the world. And we're confident we could scale to cover more regions than the biggest exchange, such as a Coinbase, easily by the end of this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul, for taking the time this early morning.
Oh, not a problem.
And yeah, I definitely looking forward to seeing you again. I'm definitely looking forward
sure.
to seeing Edge grow and become an established brand in the market. And I'm pretty convinced it will happen. So thank you so much.
So am I. That's why I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. I know we're going to do it. So for sure. Thanks for having me. And definitely for all those angel investors out there, go check out our crowdfunding campaign on banktothefuture.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. See you later, Paul.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Bruno. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.